Hello guys, how are you doing? With the daily recap, the market closed roughly 15 minutes ago on the 19th of August, so Monday. We will have a quick dive in to basically the sectors and commodities that we're looking at, just to see if anything major is happening. As always, add uselink INV. That's where you can find me on YouTube and on Twitter, but also on the Substack for members. With that said, very quickly, by the way, with that said, we will check in on the charts and have a closer look into things if something major has happened. Silver today up 1.2%. It doesn't sound like a lot, but again, we have taken out the high from over here, which speaks volume in my opinion. The Bollinger Band, we're getting into some resistance here at roughly 29.5. But again, overall, this looks really good on a monthly time frame, in my opinion here. Deep retest to 26, and now we are potentially making a really bullish candlestick on the monthly. We still have, what is that, roughly 8 days still of trading, maybe a tad more, but for now, so far so good. We're still holding here with a bit of a weird candle. You can see that kind of a hammer or hanging man, I think the correct name is, on top here. I do think, however, that gold will at least see, 2,400 and roughly 75-ish, maybe a tad higher there. So that's where I think we can be going. But again, don't get me wrong, I've just removed a lot of stuff here. Extremely bullish on gold as we speak here. The top for this move here, you can see something like this. We can add if I can find the correct, something like that, right? You can see that we are, getting not parabolic just yet here, but again, the angle is getting really high here. You can see it there. So again, I think we will find the top from that move, the bottom here, to here, somewhere around here. So we're talking anywhere between 2,600 and then into basically 3K, depending on the overshoot and all that. And then we will probably pull back or rest for some time. But yeah, it still looks really good. There's no issues with that. What's really cool today actually is the gold to silver ratio still coming down, getting back into the blue bear flag, which is good. As mentioned, we have a lot of support, in this region here, basically from 85 down to roughly 81, 82. We have a lot of support, but again, it's a good start. And we are definitely monitoring this one here. We don't want this to break outright. So we want this to go down as far as possible. Can we add like a fib here just to see how it is? We still have a little bit way to go down to that support there at 84.6. But yeah, hopefully we can get this snowball going here. Definitely silver. I think if silver gets above 30 again, that there will be some shorting issues. But again, hey, wow. Okay, this is actually the first time today that I've seen the Dixie, and we have a major breakdown. I will have a little bit of caution to call this the breakdown because we are extremely stretched from that moving average. Also, we have come down pretty far, right? We're still in the camp of having that counter trend move, which I thought we would get here, right? That move and then roll over. That's the best play, by the way. So again, it's a little bit scary here because everyone is calling breakdown, but again, I could still see that move in, and then we shall see. Again, from the bullish side, you have a sharp move, then you can still actually get some bottoming patterns there. So I'm still a little bit nervous, but for now, it is a major breakdown. Also, the Dixie's down 0.5%. And in the Forex land, that is huge. Bitcoin basically flat here. Nothing to report really on Bitcoin. The QQQ. One thing, by the way, that the Bitcoin has not yet, resumed or has done like what the QQQ has done, which is basically that. So we are still pausing. It's still okay-ish, But again, the QQQ, you can see here, has just gone straight up. And we do know that the fact that Bitcoin is a high leverage tech play. So the fact that it is not following suit, again, I'll leave it up to you. But again, just a little bit of a precaution there. But this move here again, this move down here, extremely bearish, retesting, just blasting straight through. We have had a lot of days with the green here. I do expect a pause, but again, I'm also reading a lot of stuff on Twitter that we are finally going to have that melt up kind of thing here where we just go completely nuts and then it's game over. We shall see here definitely, but again, getting back above that golden support is definitely a good thing for the bulls. So as long as we hold that, it's all fine. Oil here down 2% today. That's a big move. Again, we are getting in danger of losing that support zone right here. So we shall see when and if we break. The GDX looks incredible. I want to show you the weekly. Look at the beauty of this here. A 4-year triangle with the highs up here. 3 times, 4th time we break, we retest it. Deep retest, yeah, but that was the week where everything basically crashed with the yen trade. And now we are rocking. This is a great opportunity to do some gains here. And yes, we have some resistance right there. You can see we're getting into some resistance across there, but overall breaking a 4-year pattern there with this huge inverted head and shoulders right there. I mean, come on, this one is going way higher in my opinion. SILJ also with 3%, really good. We had the breakdown here. The breakdown, the retest, tiny bounce, 1-day bounce, and then boom, back up again. We went bullish again on the SILJ. Looking at the weekly, it looks really good. You can see the break of the golden, retesting here almost, depending on how you draw the lines, returning back up. Spot price here is still holding very firmly that $81 level. So that's pretty amazing, but also we're coming to a point where we need to see some action. I'm still holding here. I want to add in that 24 zone here where we tagged it and then we rallied. Still a little bit iffy on the daily. You can see we ran down hard and then we're basically just grinding a tiny bit here. This is not ideal. For now, the most likely thing is we're going to test again here. We shall see. Hopefully it's a little bit more calm because that's actually quite bullish. We don't want this to be then like that. So we want this to be, the symmetry to be good. 10-year rates only down 0.2%. I say only because the Dixie is down 0.5. So yeah. Platinum here getting rejected at the upper golden trend line here. You can just see we tagged it right there. It came down very close to some big breakouts here. Very close for palladium. Platinum here, roughly flat, nothing to mention. Mega resistance here. We have the golden, we have the bear flag, we have the average of the moving average right there. So tons of resistance here. But if we can clear, then maybe, just maybe, are we good to go for platinum? It's been a while, by the way. Copper still bouncing ever since we held the $4 level. And we are coming nicely up here. We're coming to that pivot high there. That will be resistance at roughly 4.22. So I think we will tag it tomorrow, which will also be the high of the bull flag or the bullish channel. So I'm expecting resistance very soon on copper. TTF still holding here above that support zone here. Let's make it blue because red might be a little bit of a misguided color. There you are. So you can see we're holding above this supply and demand zone and the gap here. That's really good. Back within the bear flag. So huge false breakdown, retesting, testing the red one there, and then grinding higher. Gas overall, I think look really good. Together with the fact that we have copper here, excuse me, coal also is looking like we're trying to break out here. I do think we will have a little, I hope that we get a pullback and then we break. That's the best way because you can easily place your stop loss at that point in time. But again, coal, gas looks good. So why is oil selling off? I don't exactly, it doesn't make a lot of sense to me right now why it's selling off that heavily, but we shall see. That's all, guys. Have an amazing day. See you tomorrow. Cheers.